so crazy. It started yesterday and it went through today. So I thought I would tell you about that. So I'll tell you a little bit about what he's been through in the last 36 hours or so. Oh, first I wanted to show you my nail polish. This is some of the nail polish that I got as a gift from ILNB. But you see here, it's a really pretty color. It's called Sail Away. But now let me tell you what I did. Okay, it's not just this to get this color right here. I tried it. I tested it on a piece of paper, and it was a little bit sheer. I thought, we need something under it to give it a little bit more depth, a little bit more that nice shine to it. And at first, I thought about going with like a black nail polish under it, but I thought, no, I need something more of like a dark gray color. So I looked through my nail polishes and I found this one. Now this one, it looks a little green, but when you put it on, it's like a cement. It's like the color of cement. It's just like a gray. This is from Believe Beauty Gel Effect Nail Polish, and it's called Serene. But it's kind of like a greenish gray, but it's more gray than green. So I did one coat of this right here, and then I went over it with one coat of this. And that really, see, I tested it on a piece of paper first, and it was just so cool. It looked so pretty. And then over the top of that, I did a very shiny top coat right over the top of that. If you hear frequent shrieks or screams downstairs, my son is on the Xbox killing someone or something. He's enjoying his last week before school starts. School starts here on Monday, and let me tell you, nobody has any idea of what's going on. I mean, like, nobody. I haven't gotten a class schedule for him. We checked in Canvas, which is the online software. There's nothing there. There's nothing on the school's website. There's just like, you wouldn't know that school starts Monday. I mean, there's no sign of it anywhere. It's crazy. And my older son applied to do on the online academy thing that they have here. He applied to do that all year. We sent in the application and all the applicable documents, and we've heard nothing from them either. So we don't know if he got into that or not. We don't know what we're doing. So I called his school, and they gave me a number to call, and I called that number. And I got a recording saying this office is closed due to COVID-19, but we will return your call within 24 hours. Well, I've called several times and I've gotten no response at all, certainly not within 24 hours, so I don't know if he got in or not. I've just decided not to worry about it. It will all work out somehow, and we will get through this year. One way or another, we're going to get through. You know what I did today? I was very industrious today. My older son and I went to Home Depot and we bought doors. We bought 4 doors. We got interior doors. Sorry. Everyone around here is antsy. I don't know what it is. I think it's because it's the last week of summer vacation. And my kids are they're just off the chain for some reason. They're just crazy. So yeah, my son and I went to buy some interior doors. I have this weird problem with some of the interior doors in this house. I have 4 doors in here that are doing it. It's like they're not solid. It's a hollow core door. Well, the layer that makes up the outside of the door is detaching from the door, so it sticks out, and it catches on the door frame when you try to open and close the door, and it's separating all the way around the door. I've tried wood glue. The wood glue works for a little bit, but it doesn't seem, it's like the outside is just bowing out, and the wood glue is not holding it together effectively. I've tried several different things to fix these doors, and I decided that I was just going to replace them. I thought I'm just going to go and get some doors that are not coming apart. these doors were probably all bought at the same time, and it was probably just the cheapest doors they could get, and now they're coming apart, so they gotta go. But these doors were actually not much. I'm just hoping they hold together better. I think these doors were only, I think they were like $40 a piece for the doors, but I had to get some paint, but the whole project's not going to cost much. I had to get 4 doors and a gallon of paint, so I was afraid it was going to be a lot more, but I mean, I do have to paint them, but I actually kind of enjoy it. It's nice to see, for the door to go from being just that flat primer look, and they have little scuffs and, you know, things on them, to have it go from that to being just lovely and painted and kind of glossy and looking really good. So it gives me a sense of accomplishment, so I'm pretty happy with that. So okay, I showed this sponge to Olive earlier. She was intrigued by it. She took her little claws and she kept patting it. She would just kind of, oh, oh. She was freaked out by the way it felt. She was just like, oh. And then it was funny because she got a claw stuck in it and freaked her out. Oh my gosh. Let's see. Okay. So I'll tell you about Glenda the Good Witch's Day that started yesterday. Okay. He recently purchased a condo in the mountains. You know, he lives in this area, but he's bought a condo up there. And the plan, I think the plan at this point is to rent it out. And then, you know, as he gets closer to retirement, maybe after he retires, sell his house here and then move up there or something. He's not really sure. But so I've seen pictures of it, but I haven't actually been up there. But it looks really nice. It's really lovely. And so he had his first renters. They came to stay, and they arrived yesterday around, I think it was after lunchtime they arrived. And apparently they got there, and I got a phone call from them not long after they arrived. And the lady goes, you know, we're here and the place is lovely, but I went into one part of the condo and I walked in and the carpet was squishy. He said, squishy. She said, yeah, the carpet is soaking wet. There's something going on in here. The carpet is squishy. We thought you might want to come see what's wrong. Now the condo is quite a distance from here. I mean, it's up in the mountains. I think it's at least 2 hours. I can't remember how far it is from here, but it's, you know, it's not right around the corner. Well, he was just getting ready to sit down and eat dinner, so he had to miss his dinner. He had to go up there. And apparently what happened was, oh, this was awful. The water heater had cracked, or something happened to it that basically just cracked and was spewing water everywhere. And it was in a separate, like a little closet area near this carpeted area. And the water had just come out from under the closet, and it was going into Christmas time, and he said it had to wait until after I bought this place to do this, of course. But he said the best part was that the people renting the condo were so nice. He said they were so understanding and so patient, and they were great. He said they were great, and that you're gonna get a great rating. And because I said, imagine, I said I know that was a pain, but imagine how much worse it would have been if they had been just absolutely irate with you over that, and demanded that you do this and that, and we want our stay to be free, and can't you hurry up? Or he said they were so nice. It's so understanding. He said it was a young couple, and they had just had a baby, and they were there with their baby visiting relatives that were staying there. And I didn't know this, but apparently a lot of people from Florida come up to the mountains here in North Carolina to stay for the summer because it's just so freaking hot in Florida. I know it's so hot and humid down there. I spent several weeks in Florida when I was a kid. This one summer, I have an aunt and uncle that live in Florida, and it was so hot down there. Oh, it is so miserable. It is so steamy and humid down there. I mean, it can get bad here, but down there it's just unbearable. I don't know how they stand it. But so they were here visiting some family that come and stay in the mountains here in North Carolina every summer. And he said they were just the nicest people, and they wanted to set up like a standing appointment to stay there for a significant chunk of time every summer. So so that's awesome. He already has 6 bookings for the next month and a half, I think. So that's fantastic. He said it's going really well. He said I could have done without that because he's gonna have to go back up there Thursday. I think he has to go back on Thursday to do. I think the after disaster people have to come back again to. They're doing something with the carpet, and they have to come back again Thursday. So he has to go to work Thursday morning and then go back up there and meet them for them to do something with the carpet. So I know I said this is a terrible way to start, but it sounds like the rental stuff is going really well so far. I mean, it sounds good. I think he rents it with one of these online, rental things. So they handle the bookings and everything. So, but yeah, I said I know this isn't what you anticipated, but hopefully you can get through this and get everything fixed, and you won't have any more problems like that, because that's crazy. Because he's had to go back and forth up there, because it's fully furnished with stuff that he got to go in there, and he has some beautiful stuff in there. He's found, like on Facebook Marketplace, he has found all these beautiful like bedroom sets, and a lot of it is kind of antique stuff, and he tried to find things that had kind of a theme to it. It's all kind of like older antique stuff, beautiful furniture, and it kind of goes with the whole, just the way the condo looks. It just has this kind of a country woodsy theme to it, but it's beautiful. Oh, beautiful view of the mountains too. Oh my gosh, it's nice. So, yeah. So it sounds like he had a rough day. I had a really good day compared to his day. My day was great. My day was awesome. I was supposed to have an exercise. We were supposed to do an exercise class tonight, but it got canceled. So that's 2 nights in a row. Last night's got canceled because we had this really bad thunderstorm come through. I think tonight the person who normally does the class was not able to come, so she was doing something, so she well, I don't know. I could possibly make the icing. I do have some icing mix. Maybe we'll do that because the cake itself is going to be pretty easy to make. It's just a matter of mixing up the cake mix and putting it in the pan, and that's about it. So there won't be much to it. So I'm hoping to do that on Thursday. I have to find some candy eyes to put on the lamb. But maybe I can do that tomorrow so I can have everything ready for Thursday. So I'm hoping to be able to do that Thursday. And tomorrow I have to work. So I don't know what I'm doing tomorrow yet. I have no idea. I just, every day, whatever video I make, that's the video I wanted to make that day. I don't have a schedule. I don't have a plan. I just do whatever I feel like doing that day. And sometimes I'll have an idea for a video and I'll think, oh, I want to do this. I want to do this. And, I'll be at work or something and think, okay, I think we're going to do this tonight. But then I get here and I'll be setting up to do it, and then I'll go, you know what? I don't really want to do that. I want to do this other thing instead. So then I just change the plan at the last minute and just do something different. That's why I normally don't tell you ahead of time what I'm going to do, because I'm very private. I often change my mind. So I don't want to tell you I'm going to do one thing and then disappoint you because I don't do it. So, well, that train is really loud. I keep forgetting to play with the sponge, but I'm afraid that you can't hear me over the sponge. No, you can't hear me over the train. Oh my God. It's like he's talking back to me. Wow. Nothing else really interesting has happened lately, I don't think, other than we had that little earthquake on Sunday. That was crazy. Now, I know if you live in a part of the world that has earthquakes, it's like so, but we don't have earthquakes here. That is not a thing that happens around here. The last one we had, and I'm probably getting the year wrong, but I'm thinking it was around 2010 or 2012. Now, I may be totally off. It might not have been that long ago. But that was the first earthquake I've ever experienced that I was aware of. I mean, there might have been something that I just missed, but I know it was a weekday and I was at work, and I even still remember what I was working on at the moment. It was so weird. So I'm at work, I'm sitting at my desk, and it was so sudden. This earthquake was a little different. It was very sudden. It was like this sudden jarring, like if you've ever been in an apartment or something, or any building where you have a floor above you, you know how it feels when somebody drops something really heavy on the floor, like it just shakes everything. It was like that. It was very just sudden, just bam. And I thought somebody had dropped something really heavy because I was in a 20-some story building, and I thought it just felt like somebody dropped something, but then it did it again. And it was very different, and it was sustained. It was like prolonged. It wasn't like just a bam. It went on for a little bit, and I said, and you could feel the building shake. And it freaked me out. I said, okay, I'm leaving, because I thought, is this building about to fall? I'm out. I grabbed my purse, got on the elevator, and I went out. So I went out there was a little courtyard near the office. So I went out there, and other people were coming out like, what was that? We're all going, what in the world? And then we're getting our phones out, and we're like, well, what just happened? And that's when, we found out in a few minutes that it had been an earthquake. So that was pretty crazy. That was one of those, and I know there are different types of earthquakes. It was one of those shallow ones that is felt over a large area, because it was over several states, I believe, that experienced that one. This one was different. This one was very different. This was about right after 8 o'clock in the morning on Sunday, and I was up early. I had been up for a little bit because I had an exercise class at 9, so I was up, but I wasn't out of bed. I was laying in bed. I was lying in bed, scrolling through Facebook or something, and just looking and stuff. I know what it was. Glenda the Good Witch had sent me a video, and I had just clicked on it to watch it. He sent it to me through Facebook Messenger, and vibrations for, I'd say it was a good minute after that. It was scary. I mean, I knew what it was, but when the vibrations first started getting really strong, my first thought was the house is falling down. The house is gonna fall down. And then I started thinking, should I go get in a doorway, or because I realized what it was, and I thought, but you don't know how much worse it's gonna get. And I think that was the scary part, was I didn't know how much worse it was gonna get. Like, is it gonna do more? But then it was over, and it didn't. Nothing else happened, so that was pretty freaky. But yeah, for a part of the world that doesn't have earthquakes, it was pretty bizarre. But so in one 7-day period, we had a hurricane, tornadoes, and an earthquake. It's nuts, I tell you. Fortunately for this part of the state, the hurricane was not really a big deal at all. It didn't really affect us, and the tornadoes didn't really affect us either. Now, I did hear that they had some serious problems with the tornadoes around Raleigh that spun off from the hurricane. And I really hated for them. Fortunately, it did not really, I don't think it happened here at all, so that was good. Sometimes when we have hurricanes come in, sometimes it just kind of skirts up the coast. Sometimes it just goes like that. You don't ever know what it's going to do. But sometimes it just comes, like, here's the coast. It just comes on inland, and it causes pretty significant flooding and damage, and it can be pretty bad. I lived on the coast for 4 years when I was in college. I lived in Wilmington, and yeah, I had to deal with several hurricanes during that time, and it was tough too, because I worked at Eckerd, and my boss, this one manager that I worked with the most, was always like, you're coming in, right? You're gonna, yeah, if I can find a canoe, I will be there, because it's so flat there, and everything floods, and but I would always find a way to get to work. There were some times when I was genuinely concerned that I was going to get swept away. I'm not even kidding. I had this little Sentra, and I was afraid I was going to get swept away in the floodwaters. But I really needed my job, so. And seriously, if I hadn't shown up, he would have written me up, because he was a jerk. He was a first-class jerk. I did not like him, and he was really skeezy too. So when I was 21 when I graduated, and this guy was easily twice my age, and he hit on me the last day I worked, and it was so gross the way he did it. Oh, it was just nasty. Like, I am not, you've treated me